Hey guys, welcome to Piece of Truth. It is Wednesday, March 11th, 2015. I actually just saw something that made me had to pause. We'll do it live. I saw this article over here, and it looks like we're gonna get another space hoax. There is so much just entertainment BS crap on the big news thing today, and I was just going through that just to see if there was anything that had to do with anything. Another ISIS hoax. I'll probably get to that in a later video if it's just not a complete repeat of other stuff. But a lot. I haven't looked into that yet, but where the hell is it at? Come on now. We'll sing from space. That's what I saw. And wow. I didn't know who Sarah Brightman was. Had no clue. Never heard of her. I was just looking for a credible, well, what would be considered a credible source to someone who was unaware. And it brought me over this USA Today article that is just garbage. I'll leave a link for it for you in the description box below. And I'm going to go ahead and play this video. Now, for those of you that have watched my videos before from news clips, you know my audio is terrible. So this is a 2-minute, 15-second clip. And if if you wanted to skip ahead about 2 minutes and 30 seconds from now, I'll probably do it.
This album, which is called Dream Chaser, it's probably my most personal album to date, because I think that the title really explains it, which is Chasing the Dream. I was brought up through the 60s, and at that time space was very relevant. We had the first man land on the moon, which I was lucky and privileged to be living in that time to see that actually happen on a black and white TV screen. And it changed many of us, I think. I don't think there's been anything so amazing, to date that was like that. I want to do something very, very special. I want to go there, where they are. I want to go, I actually want to go up into space.
Cheesy as hell.
And I left a Star City in Russia, and I did a series of psychological tests, physical tests. I was monitored when I was taken.
Okay, they just did the close-up of the eye there.
Put in a centrifuge and taken up to 8G, which I loved and felt very comfortable with. And I passed through everything really, really well, and was then, as said by the Russian Space Federation, as I am actually officially a cosmonaut in training at this moment. Very good.
Alright, right there you see they slip in a quick subliminal mockery of Christ, and then right afterwards, laughter for mission control, laughter for her.
This is happening. I'm here.
It was made a decision. You are approved for the special spaceflight training.
Next steps.
So as terrible as that USA Today alleged news piece is, in all seriousness, they really do say that she's supposedly going to be atop a Russian Soyuz rocket this fall to become the first professional singer space tourist on the International Space Station. So get ready, planetary. There's going to be a whole nother hoax category. I'm telling you, we need the NASA hoax category, then we need subcategories of the NASA hoax category, we need the space hoax category, and then maybe even a NASA hoax, and then Russian space program, Chinese space. Anyway, we'll get into that later. But so she's allegedly, they're really pushing this, that she's going to go, she passed all the tests, she's training. all that stuff. She just needs to come up with her song, and she's actually going to work together with her ex. What does it say up here? With her ex, and they're going to hammer out the song. Yeah, Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber, to create a new song for her to warble once she arrives at the space station. So she's gonna work together with her ex, the composer, Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber. Alright, so anyway, I wanted to tell you about the hat. I wanted to leave you a link for all my friends that know how much of a hoax this International Space Station stuff is, and, well, quite frankly, most of the space stuff in general. And for those of you that don't know, now to the folks that are new to this, there is actually a ton of material on YouTube that points out that the International Space Station footage is basically all hoaxed. And take your pick. I mean, almost all of them I've seen are pretty good. Some of the narrators, some of the commentators, are a little, could do without, but for the most part, I haven't seen too many shill NASA videos. There's a couple of videos that claim to debunk, truther videos about NASA, but I really haven't seen any that actually do a good job of it. All of these, anything, all the spacewalks, all the moon landing footage, it's all fake. So, unfortunately, my computer's going really slow since the internet takeover. I don't know what's going on, and it just keeps freezing up, so I'm having a really tough time making videos. I can't really give you too many links down here, but just go ahead and type in International Space Station Hoax on your YouTube channel, or on your YouTube search, and it'll bring up, just a ton of stuff that is pretty clear evidence.
One place in America is adding jobs faster than ever.
Now, for instance, just real quick, this is allegedly inside the International Space Station, and it's really going to be inside of a zero-gravity plane, and you can see how she's bouncing around. Her movement, the way she's getting thrown around the interior of the plane that she's actually in, is not consistent with the wires and everything that's hanging loosely. If if this was gravity from space station being in low orbit or something, these wires would be moving as erratically as she would be. Now, I don't have the sound on there because I'm not even going to try to capture the sound, but you can see here that this piece of whatever's in her hand, piece of plastic, whatever's in her hand, is under the same gravity forces on the plane that she's under. And then everything in the background is a green screen. See this piece of plastic? Piece of tape. Now her hair's permed for that effect. And now they're back to coming back under gravity again slightly. And oop. Now this change in gravity and pitch wouldn't be going on like that if they're inside the space station. If that's how people got bounced around inside the space station, their equipment would be destroyed before they, did a few rotations around the Earth. So anyway, I'm not going to go too far into it. This stuff's been proven again and again. I just wanted to point out that, Sarah Brightman is looking for her space song here. So you guys can check that out if you want. I really don't like to give USA Today or CNN or anybody too many hits, but that video is too hilarious to really pass up. I couldn't help it. I'm looking forward to this hoax. It says it's going to be her September 1 blast off. So she's going to be blasting off September 1st. And I hope that she secures her helmet and face mask a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and call this either a flat-out hoax right now, or it's never going to happen, or there's going to be like some kind of tragedy, like this fucking thing's going to blow up. So those are my predictions right now. Either it's going to just be called off, it's going to blow up, or this is going to just absolutely be a hoax. Because there's no way that this is going to be a real, actual mission to a real international space station that does not exist. So I do apologize for ranting on. I can talk about NASA and hoaxes probably all night long because it's kind of like the Tower of Babel kind of thing. You know, the great goal left unaccomplished. Anyway, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And thank you very much for your time, guys.